Now that the deadline for Windows 10 is here, what next? Welcome to the show. If you are tuning in today, October 14th, 2025 or beyond, you have reached the 0 hour for Windows 10. After a decade of service, today is the official end of free support for Microsoft Windows 10. Your computer will not stop working, but the security shield is officially retired. As of this moment, Microsoft will never again send free security fixes, new features, or quality updates for Windows 10. The security of your data, your business, and your entire network is now entirely in your hands. On the show today, we shall break down the cost, the risk, and the firestorm surrounding this cutoff, including the dramatic extension Microsoft was forced to grant, but only to certain parts of the world. Let's start by defining the massive immediate risk which millions of users face. The greatest threat to Windows 10 users after today is not obsolescence, it is cybercrime. Cybersecurity experts call this the vulnerability gap. Hackers know that any gap they find in Windows 10 from this moment forward will remain permanently open, turning your unsupported PC into a magnet for sophisticated attacks like ransomware. What about using antivirus, you ask? Well, relying on your antivirus software is insufficient. Without the core operating system's level defenses, your antivirus is fighting a losing battle. The only official way to buy more time and receive critical security fixes is through what is called the Extended Security Updates (ESU) program. However, the cost of this lifeline has quickly become a global controversy. For consumers outside Europe, the Extended Security Update for the first year still requires a purchase, either paying the $30 fee or accepting the free option by agreeing to sync your Windows settings to the Microsoft cloud. Meanwhile, due to immense pressure, Microsoft granted a major concession to the European Economic Area. For consumers there, the Extended Security Update for the first year is now free and does not require them to sync personal data. This free simplified option does not apply to the majority of the world. Global advocacy groups argue that this accelerates global e-waste and undermines sustainability. One of such advocacy groups, the Consumer Report, had written Microsoft last month to request an extension of the security support for consumers. In the letter, it says the decision to make Windows 11 incompatible with existing software and to do so with only 4 years' notice is incompatible with consumer expectations and Microsoft's own history. There's an estimated 200 to 400 million computers worldwide that can't be upgraded to Windows 11, and that presents a monumental environmental challenge. Dwight Silverman, a tech columnist at the Houston Chronicles, explains this point.
That if people decide, okay, I'm going to get a new machine, which is kind of the only fix for that if your machine can't be upgraded, that creates a huge amount of e-waste because the machines can't run Windows 10. They could run Linux. You could install Linux on them if you wanted to, but they can't run Windows 10 without it being, potentially compromised. So, you won't see anything right away, but you'll see more and more security patches go by that you can't use. And the software developers that, use your apps and so forth, they will cease to support Windows 10. So slowly the apps that you do use may not work or may break. So it's a bad situation all around.
The best, safest, and most cost-effective path is an upgrade to Windows 11. This is because Windows 11 is built on the modern Zero Trust security architecture. It has the required hardware components which make it more secure by design than Windows 10. You get superior security, new features, and full free support. This is how to upgrade. On your Windows 10 PC, go to Settings, go to Update and Security, then go to Windows Update. Your system will tell you if your PC meets the hardware requirements. Second, run the update. If eligible, you will see the free upgrade offer right there. Follow the on-screen prompts to download and install Windows 11. The process is straightforward, but allow ample time, sometimes several hours, for the full transition. If you are running a business, check for the cloud solution. Running Windows 10 virtual machines in services like Windows 365 or Azure Virtual Desktop includes the extended security updates program at no additional cost for 3 years, making cloud adoption the fiscally sound choice for enterprises. Now, what if your PC fails the test? If your PC is deemed ineligible for Windows 11, you face the tough choice of migrating. You have three paths forward. Option A, the paid extension. This is for businesses with mission-critical applications that cannot be moved yet, or consumers who need short-term security while saving for new hardware. The cost of this is cumulative and is $61 per device for year one, doubling each subsequent year. Option B, migrating. This is for home users or small offices with older hardware who are technically savvy. Do this by installing the user-friendly free operating system like Ubuntu or Linux Mint. These operating systems have lower hardware requirements and are supported by a community that provides regular security updates. Although this is free, the catch is that it has a steep learning curve and some specialized Windows software may not run natively. Option C, hardware replacement. This is for organizations bound by compliance rules or users who want the latest features like AI tools. This is the most expensive option as you must buy new devices that meet Windows 11 requirements. While costly upfront, this is the most secure and efficient long-term solution as new hardware comes with the full Windows 11 security suite enabled by default. Now to the top tech news in the last week. OpenAI is rapidly expanding its affordable ChatGPT Go plan, which costs under $5, to 16 new countries across Asia. The subscription tier is now available in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Laos, and Malaysia. Others are the Maldives, Myanmar, Nepal, Pakistan, the Philippines, Sri Lanka, Thailand, East Timor, and Vietnam. ChatGPT Go gives users higher daily limits for messages, image generation, and file or image uploads per day. The plan also offers twice as much memory as the free plan, enabling more personalized responses. According to OpenAI, this expansion comes as the company has seen its weekly active user base in Southeast Asia grow by up to 4 times. The plan was first launched in India in August, followed by Indonesia in September. OpenAI reports that paid subscribers in India have doubled since the launch. Its biggest competitor, Google, launched its similarly priced Google AI Plus plan in Indonesia in September, followed by an expansion into over 40 countries. Leading fintech company Flutterwave UK has reported a sharp decline in its financial performance for the year ending December 2024, posting a net loss of £2.2 million, up significantly from £485,000 in 2023. This is despite a 21% increase in turnover to £6.6 million. The company's operating profit fell by nearly 89%. There were other notable shifts in its financial position. Amount owed to the company dropped dramatically from over £4.5 million to just £10,000, suggesting possible changes in customer payment cycles or internal accounting treatment. The company has since continued to expand its cross-border payment services, securing licenses in the US, Canada, and several African markets to strengthen its presence along high-traffic remittance corridors. A prominent figure in the Silicon Valley ecosystem, Steve Adelman, says that Nigeria's future lies in mobilizing local wealth to fund the next generation of entrepreneurs and not in waiting for foreign venture capital. Speaking on the sidelines of the recently concluded Startup South X event, Adelman said Nigerians need to invest in Nigerian startups. He argued that the world need to be shown that investing in tech founders is not charity, but investing in the country's future. The California-born investor and managing director of Nexus Partners has spent much of his career guiding startups in Silicon Valley, but says his gaze is now firmly set on Nigeria's fast-growing startup ecosystem. A new streaming platform targeted mainly at African artists, Tune.xyz, has launched. The company says it aims to give artists a better deal in terms of payout. Relying on the Ethereum blockchain, it says once artists create a user account, upload their track, choose how many digital editions to mint and set a fair price, they can get paid instantly. When fans buy, ETH goes straight into the artist account. Tune says this way, artists can fund future projects without waiting several months for stream payouts. In a world gradually inundated by AI-generated artwork, president of famous comic company DC Comics, Jim Lee, says the company will not support AI-generated storytelling or artwork, assuring fans that its future will remain rooted in human creativity. Lee said this during a panel at the New York Comic Conference, likening concerns around AI dominating future creative industries to the Millennium Bug scare and NFT hype. He said people have an instinctive reaction to what feels authentic and recoil from what feels fake. In his words, AI doesn't feel, it doesn't make art, it only aggregates it. While DC has a long-standing policy that requires all artwork to be original and authentically produced by artists, the company has faced several scandals over the suspected use of generative AI in variant comic book covers. Backlash from people who oppose the technology over concerns that it will replace the work of writers and artists pressured DC to replace the suspected covers and likely contributed to the company taking a firmer stance against using generative AI in future projects. Uganda has officially entered the global digital currency arena with the rollout of its central bank digital currency (CBDC). The move places the East African nation among a growing list of countries experimenting with or deploying government-backed digital money. The project is executed in partnership with the Global Settlement Network and Cente Group. Together, they are launching what is being described as the world's most advanced tokenized economy, underpinned by $5.5 billion in real-world infrastructure. This marks a watershed moment for the country's ambition to modernize its economy through blockchain technology and digital finance. Unlike cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, Uganda's digital currency is fully backed by its treasury bonds, ensuring both stability and credibility. Semiconductor giant Intel has announced a major hardware upgrade. Last Thursday, Intel unveiled a new processor codenamed Panther Lake. This marks the next generation of the company's Intel Core Ultra processor. and is the first chip built using Intel's 18A semiconductor process. The processors are expected to begin shipping later this year and are being produced at Intel's Arizona facility, which began operations in 2024. YouTube is now giving some creators, including those who were banned for spreading COVID and election misinformation, a chance to make a new channel. Under political pressure, the company had said last month that it was going to set up a pilot program for a subset of creators and channels terminated for policies that have been revised. YouTube said in a letter that the opportunity will be available to creators banned for repeated violations of COVID-19 and elections integrity policies that are no longer in effect. After the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol, YouTube also said it would give a strike to channels spreading election misinformation and thereafter suspended President Donald Trump from making new uploads. But the company lifted the restrictions on Trump's account and dropped some of its COVID misinformation policies in 2023. Last month, YouTube also said it would pay $24.5 million to settle a lawsuit filed by President Trump in 2021 over the ban. And that brings us to our quiz segment. This is the question for today. For a business or organization that delays its Windows 10 upgrade, the extended security updates as a penalty structure. If the company chooses to enroll a PC in year 2, what must they pay according to Microsoft's cumulative pricing model? A. Only the year 2 fee of $122 per device. B. The year 1 fee of $61 plus the year 2 fee of $122. C. A single flat rate of $183, which covers both years. And as we expect the debate over the extended security update program of Microsoft to continue, the reality is the defense of your digital life is now critical. Do not be a victim of prowling cyber criminals. Take the 1 or 2 steps you need to take today to secure your digital life. If you found the insights in this episode valuable, please follow and subscribe. Share this episode also with a colleague or friend who needs to make a decision about their Windows 10 PC. We'll also be glad to receive your comments on any of the stories you heard today. Watch out for the next episode where we delve into how much your smart devices could be spying on you. You don't want to miss it. Thank you for tuning to Data Life. Join us next week as we continue to track the digital world.